So, you're gonna buy a new graphics card? God, I'm genuinely excited for you. In this video, I'm going to cover a few simple tips and tricks to have in mind right before buying one coming up. Welcome back my friends, Robin here on Jeps Media, and in this video we're going to cover a few quick tips to have in mind when you're looking for a new video card. A quick question before we get things going with the popular crypto mining going on right now, where prices have gone completely crazy on the video market. What would be the ultimate solutions to fix all of that long term? Let me know your thoughts down below. Now with that said, let's get started. So yeah, we got around 7 tips to have in mind right before buying a new video card. First tip would be to just ask yourself honestly, how old is my PC? Let's say I throw in a new video card. Am I gonna be able to run Crysis silky smooth? Now that is a tough one, right? Honestly, why does that matter anyway? Well, a PC that's been around for 5 to 6 years will not, if not been overclocked a lot, benefit that much with a brand new GPU if the rest of the components are as old as grandma. It's just that simple. In that case, you need a whole new setup, alright? Now that doesn't have to be that super expensive, but yeah, that's what you're looking at. Additionally, do not combine a $100 graphics card or even more with a super low-end CPU. By doing that, you're going to witness something called bottlenecking, where the CPU are struggling to keep up with the GPU, resulting in a very bad gaming experience. Instead, you can either overclock your CPU, or ultimately, it could be a great idea to actually get a new one. Many newer CPUs nowadays got 6 cores, and games in the future are likely going to benefit even more from having more cores as well. Tip number 2, have a decent budget. To be able to run modern games in somewhat decent frame rates, you need a budget of at least $80 or around 80 to 90 euros. Now if that is over your limit, don't worry. Instead, I would then suggest you to move your interest over to the used market. Anything below $80 will not typically serve you with enough use to game at a satisfying frame rate. Trust me guys, it will only give you headache and ultimately regret. Instead, save up some money or have a look at the used market, where you can actually save a significant amount of cash if your budget is tight. Tip number 3, know your components. Before buying a new video card, you want to make sure you got a reliable power supply that can handle it. Have a look at the specifications on the card you want to buy to figure out if you meet the requirement. Usually, if you're not sitting on a motherboard that is older than 5 to 6 years, you should have a single PCIe Express port, so that shouldn't be an issue. Additionally, you want to make sure you got the necessary power cables required to power the video card. You often need a single 6 or maybe an 8-pin power connector for most cards nowadays, even cards in the budget section. If you're going for a high-end card, you usually need 2 6-pin or maybe even 2 8-pin. If you are uncertain, Google your power supply unit and have a look how many power connectors you got, or simply just pop open your case and have a look. And while you got that case open, make sure you got enough clearance in your case as well. Tip number 4, look up reviews on the net before buying. In 9 times out of 10, there's always going to be someone else out there who already bought the card and can give you an idea what to expect performance wise in terms of frame rate in games, noise, as well as the cooler's ability to get rid of heat, factors that are all important. Tip number 5, now depending if you're going for an entry level, mid-end or a high-end card, typically a card that's got the most amount of VRAM, since game developers and GPU manufacturers are constantly looking for newer, innovating ways of taking advantage of the video RAM. You always want as much as possible, because you're gonna have to go get a whole new card if you happen to find yourself getting stutter in higher resolutions. The memory types available are called GDDR5, GDDR5X, HBM or HBM2, and even GDDR6 pretty soon. Tip number 6, as a rule of thumb for Nvidia, stick with the GTX series, which is the green team's lineup meant for gamers, and on the red team AMD look for a Radeon RX, and yeah, you're good to go. Tip number 7, typically you should never buy older PC components, always make sure you buy the absolute latest, though there is one exception. If you have specific needs and you know what you're after, then yes, you probably have enough knowledge on the field anyway. Buying the latest video card generation will always guarantee the best compatibility in the current platform, the operating system, and you can be 100% sure that the GPU manufacturer are gonna keep supporting your product for some time ahead. Additionally, don't pay tons of extra money for overclocked budget GPUs. A factory overclocked graphics card has slightly higher core and memory clock speeds than the standard cards, and while higher clocks are gonna give you a few more frames, it often comes with a beefier price tag. Now, depending on current price deals, it could be worth it, but typically it's a better idea to go for a higher end card than spend it on factory overclock cards. Now, for higher end cards, it's not the same, as high-end factory overclock cards usually are binned GPUs, which simply put are the best GPUs out there in the silicon lottery, guaranteeing best performance right out of the box. A question: what games are you guys looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, on this channel I cover a variety of gaming related peripherals, tech, console and PC components such as headsets, headphones, mics, monitors and so on. So if you are interested in tech reviews, consider subscribing, alright? Now, with that said, who am I to talk about this? Well, first off, I've been a gamer since I can remember. I'm a tech savvy and I worked in the gaming peripheral scene in the past. I've also built an overclock computer for 12 years and I've been a content creator for 3. Now, there is a ton of videos right around the corner for you guys if you're looking for the best budget monitor, headset, keyboard, headphones, mousepad and more. Consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to tap that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any uploads on my end. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Robin on Ships Media. Until next time, guys, you have an awesome day, alright? Bye.